Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting.
Our base
Yes,
is
sir.
under attack.
Acknowledged.
Prepare. Building.
Reporting.
Reporting and wait. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack.
Vehicle reporting.
Unit ready. Building.
Comrade, acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Very well.
Unit ready. Building. Training. Unit ready. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Our base is under attack. Unit ready. Building.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged. At once.
Reporting.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Acknowledged. 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 Reporting. Affirmative. Ready and waiting.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
At once. Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Agreed. Agreed. Yes, sir. At once. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. once. Yes, sir. Very well. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Very well.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Of course. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. At once.
Unit lost.
Very well. Yes, sir. Very well.
Yes.
Affirmative.
Comrade, affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Waiting
Yes, sir.
order. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting for acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Engineering.
Building.
Affirmative.
New construction options. Building. On hold. Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Repairing.
Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Unit repaired.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Building. Repairing.
Comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Repairing. Building. Building. Construction complete. Unit ready. Building. New construction options. Training. Unit ready. Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Training. Building. Insufficient funds. Repairing. Building. Primary building selected.
Report affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Preparing. Unit ready. Training. Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack. Preparing.
Report
Unit
acknowledged.
ready. Training.
Acknowledged.
Repairing.
Yes, sir.
Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Comrade, affirmative.
Unit ready. Training. Repairing.
Yes,
Unit
sir.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Training.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Construction
Yes, sir.
complete.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Insufficient funds.
Reporting.
Repairing. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Training. Building.
Yes, sir.
Insufficient
Agreed.
funds.
Affirmative.
Enemy approaching.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Vehicle acknowledged. Yes,
Training.
sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Prepare.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Training.
Affirmative.
Unit prepared.
Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Awaiting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Affirmative.
Vehicle acknowledged.
It is done. It is done. Acknowledged.
Preparing. Unit ready. Training. Insufficient funds.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Agreed.
Unit ready. Training.
Time for a little five-finger discount.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Insufficient funds.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Battle control terminated.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Training.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Upgrade.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Vehicle acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Awaiting
Training.
acknowledged.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Training.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Ready and waiting.
Unit ready. Training.
When you kill one, it is a tragedy. When you kill 10 men,
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
it is
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Preparing. Unit ready. Training. Insufficient funds.
Comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Training. Preparing. Unit ready. Training. Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building. Preparing. Unit ready. Training. Insufficient funds.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Engineering.
Unit prepared.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Affirmative.
Repairing.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Comrade, affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Agreed. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Very well. Reporting. Very well. Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. At once. Very well. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Building. Insufficient funds.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Comrade, affirmative. Comrade, affirmative.
Our base is under attack. Repairing. Repairing.
Awaiting order.
Insufficient
Affirmative.
funds. Repairing.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit repaired. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Training. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Agreed. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Very well.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Repairing. Unit ready. Training. Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Affirmative.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit repaired.
Reporting. Very well.
Building.
Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Very well. Reporting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Building. Insufficient funds.
Reporting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Report. Agreed. Agreed. Report at once. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. At once. Agreed. At once. At once. Yes, sir.
Lost.
At once. At once. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir.
Prepare. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Insufficient
Very well.
funds.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Ready and
Affirmative.
waiting.
Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Building.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Very well.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Training.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready. Training.
Affirmative.
Unit ready. Training.
Acknowledged. Report. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training. Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Very well. Reporting. Very well.
Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Training. Unit ready. Training.
Waiting. Affirmative.
Report. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Training. Building. Unit
Yes,
ready.
sir. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative.
Preparing. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack. Unit
Acknowledged.
ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting. Ready and waiting. At once. Affirmative. Agreed. At once. Ready and waiting. Agreed. Very well.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting
Very
orders.
well.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Agreed. Affirmative. Reporting. Very well. Agreed.
Unit ready. Building.
Agreed. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Training. On hold. Training. Unit ready. Training.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Insufficient
Acknowledged.
funds.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Training. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building. Training.
Affirmative.
Waiting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Training.
Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Ready and waiting.
Building.
Affirmative. At once. Ready and waiting. Agreed.
Waiting. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Acknowledged. Agreed. Yes, sir. At once.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Waiting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir.
Insufficient
Acknowledged.
funds.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Reporting.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At once. Reporting. Agreed. Of course. Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Building.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
At once.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Very well. Agreed. Yes, sir. Of course. Yes, sir. Of course.
Unit ready. Building.
At once. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Agreed.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. At once.
Reporting.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Building.
Ready and waiting.
Unit lost.
Very well. Very well. Agreed. At once.
Vehicle reported.
Yes. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Report acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction options.
Yes, sir.
Our
Acknowledged.
base is under attack. Unit ready. Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle report. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Ready.
Affirmative.
Building. Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Structure sold.
Acknowledged.
Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Very well.
Repairing. Building. Unit ready. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Unit ready. Structure sold. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building. Construction complete.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative.
Construction complete. Building. Structure sold. Construction complete.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
Structure sold. Building. Construction complete. Repairing. Building. Construction complete. New construction options. Unit repaired. Building.
Comrade, affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle report. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building. Unit ready. Building.
Affirmative. 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 Report. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Repair.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds. Insufficient funds.
Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Yes, sir.
Insufficient
Affirmative.
funds.
Acknowledged.
Repair.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
repaired.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged.
Comrade, acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Vehicle
ready.
reporting.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Structure sold.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Waiting order.
Building.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Naval unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Comrade. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Comrade. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Waiting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Repairing.
Very well.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
prepared.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building. Repairing.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit repaired.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready. Building.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Unit
Vehicle
ready.
reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Waiting order.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting or acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Report acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building. Naval unit lost. Building.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Comrade. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building. Naval unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle report. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Comrade.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Awaiting or acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Insufficient
Yes, sir.
funds.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Waiting affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative.
Unit
Awaiting
ready.
orders.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Repair.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Reporting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Report. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Vehicle report. Acknowledged.
Comrade. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Repairing.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit repaired.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Insufficient
Acknowledged.
funds.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Report affirmative.
Reporting.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. At once. Acknowledged. Reporting.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Comrade.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Comrade.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting orders. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Reporting.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Agreed.
Building.
Reporting. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Comrade.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready. Building.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Comrade, acknowledged. Waiting affirmative.
Reporting. At once. At once.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Very well. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Mission accomplished.
Žal Rosiju. Za ženšen. Za ruskih ženšen. Excellent work in the Ukraine, Commander. You are ambitious. Ambition can be very useful. Might find your way into a cramped corner office in a drafty old building in what used to be the better part of Moscow. I like you. I like you very much. And I am Russian. I do not like anybody. But I drink to you, comrade.